review time. Okay, this is the Tru-Spec 24/7 tactical pants. This is their standard version. If I'm not mistaken, they've got several in the 24/7 line they carry. But this is their original pant they come out with for the 24/7. It's a nice trouser. Notice I've got a sidearm and I got a pouch on the side. They do have two large cargo pockets, and the interior of the cargo pocket is got a divider with two extra pockets in it for mags. So you have that, then you have an outer small pocket there. So if you count the internal and the external, you're looking at 4 pockets, but really it's just 2. Then on the very edge, you have what they call a knife pocket. I use it for a flashlight. I have carried a knife on the right side, but mostly it's for a flashlight. And this is a 12-month plus review, so it's probably, we're hitting about 14 months of me wearing these, which is a long time for a tactical pant. So it's got a lot of wear. All right, the pockets mirror on both sides. They do have an internal pocket for knee pads. So you'll have to turn them inside out, roll it up, slide it in there. And we'll look at that a little bit further in a minute. 2-inch wide belt loops. A con on this, the belt loops are very far apart. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 belt loops. That's not near enough for a carry style pant, in my opinion. And what happens is you get a lot of sliding. Not so much the pistol, but as far as pouches, you've got a lot of movement when it comes to your pouch. If you have an exterior pouch and it's not mounted on the interior with the loops coming out. So that's a big drawback. You want this pouch to be at the same spot every time. That way when you're practicing or training, you go to grab, it's always going to be there. Plus in comfort, it helps. You can pick out that loop or that section, like if you've got another model pant, and when you get in and out of a vehicle, it's going to be that same spot every time, and you get used to it. All right, well, let's look at the desktop, and we'll get a little bit closer view. Okay, we're on the desktop. Okay, like I mentioned before, we've got cargo pockets, and these are very good sized cargo pockets, and they will, or they do have the capability of holding mags. So when you open them up, it's got this nice Velcro that kind of holds the bellow. So if you don't have anything packed out, it's not kind of, just running all over the place and causing a mess. So let's try a couple of mags in there. These are 30 rounds, and they fit in there nice. Let's see if we can squeeze it tight. We can almost get this piece of Velcro, but that one gets on there. So those mags fit in there fairly well. It would probably be nice if this Velcro was a little bit taller. That way we'd have a little bit more grip on it, but that's okay. And once the mags are in there, you're really almost at capacity. Yeah, you probably don't want to put anything else in there. So mags and maybe something small would be okay. And these mirror, so they're the same on both sides. So if we had a cargo pocket organizer, it fits in there great. These are almost the size of a BDU cargo pocket. They're a little bit shorter, and the bellows aren't running the width of it, so that way it's not as deep coming this way, but still a good cargo pocket. You got this little outside pocket. I guess you could put a light or some form of ID in there. And you do have this this little accessory pocket for, they call a knife. I use a flashlight. And you really need this, and you're going to use it if you have these pants, because it's got a standard opening for the front pocket, which the front pockets are nice. They're very deep. So it's got good front pockets, and in 12 months, I've not lost the inside of that pocket. So there's no hole in the internal pocket. Now there is on this on the inside, but not the outside. And I did have that start ripping after probably about 6 months. So it had a little pull to it, but that's okay. I should have sewed it up a little bit better. Back pockets are great. They're kind of their standard now. Velcro, good size. They're not too low, so I like that. It's got nice belt loops. I like the belt loops, but there's not enough of them. There's so much space between these belt loops that if you've got something you're carrying, you know, you've got a lot of room to slide within that area. So that's kind of that's a con for me. You know, I like to be able to put something on my pants and it stay there, and when I go to reach for it, it's gonna be there. And you can't do that with this pair of pants. Now, it does have expandable waist. And let me tell you, for a fat guy, I like that. That's comfortable. I really do. And also with this opening right here, you can kind of reach in with your hand, grab your shirt, and kind of pull it down sometimes. So that helps too. And we can see where my light just kind of cut a hole right there. And that's because this is a flat pocket. It doesn't have any bellows in it, so it would probably be better if there was a little bit more room for the internal and leave the outside the same. You know, that would prevent that wear, especially that wear from, you know, kind of rubbing up against stuff right here on the outside. But still, I do enjoy this pocket. It's a good pocket. It serves me well. And like I said, you gotta have it because the way these pockets are formed here, you know, if this came down and came across, it's deep enough and it goes straight down, you could actually hang a knife or a flashlight there. All right, they do snap. It's got a great snap, Prim snaps, YKK zipper, and it's got a additional button there, so you can button up. And let's look at those knee pad pockets. Kind of standard on all tactical pants now. You're pretty much gonna have knee pad pockets. You're gonna roll them up, slide them in, and unroll them. So it's a good size knee pad pocket. Now they're not doubled on the exterior, so you only have one layer of fabric from here in the knee pad, which is okay. I mean, if you're not using knee pads, you tear it, you got another layer right here, so that's going to be okay. And it's actually the same fabric as the exterior. Now the crotch is not gusseted. It's a standard crotch. You know, like if you bought a pair of, you know, cheap blue jeans. So from the waist to the crotch on these is going to be long. I mean, that's a lot of room right there. So they're going to kind of hang down. And your mobility is going to be limited with these because you're constantly going to be kind of pulling your legs up when you go to lift your legs. So it would have been a whole lot better if they would have added some fabric and not go with that old school, let's just add more fabric and let that hang down and give them a little freedom of movement, because you have restricted movement there. So definitely a drawback there. There's no hole, so you can't really cinch these up. And these pants are not really made to be as much a tactical pant as some of the other ones that Tru-Spec carries. This is more or less a casual pant with some pockets on the side, is how I view it. I like these pants. You know, I wear these pants to work. I wear them out because they have pockets, and I enjoy those pockets. But if I'm going to say, am I going to buy another pair of these based on some other models that have come out? I'm not. And the biggest reason I'm not going to purchase these again is the crotch. It's not gusseted. If it was gusseted, it would totally improve this pants, but I guess they didn't want to invest the money in, because these are $40 pants. These are a whole lot cheaper than if you went to buy 511. You walk in the store, you get these for $39. That's pretty cheap for a pair of pants, you know, especially with pockets. And then the next feature that I just don't like are the belt loops. There's not enough of them. They're not spaced correctly. They're just there to hold your pants up. They are 2-inch, so you can actually put a good belt through them, but that's about it. You know, you can put a belt through them. That's it. So pockets are good. Material's pretty good. When you first get these, they're water resistant, and man, let me tell you, that water sheets right off of them. And that lasts for probably about 12 washings, and then you'll definitely notice a decrease in that. I've never tried to reapply any kind of a water repellent on this, but it's probably possible. You could look into that. But the Tru-Spec tactical pant, the 24/7 original series, for 40 bucks is kind of hard not to beat. But stacked up against some other brands and some other models, I would say I would pass on this if you had the extra, 30 or 40 bucks to throw in with it and get a more rugged, more user-friendly and efficient pair of pants. So that's my review on the Tru-Spec 24/7 original tactical pant. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit a like, hit share, and I'll see you on the next video.